Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. NASA is gearing up for, according to them, what is going to be a very big announcement regarding some strange new worlds outside of our solar system. And they're going to be holding a news conference about this. I'm sure many of you have heard about this. For those that you haven't, there's been articles and reports going up all over the web. Huge announcement of the year from our friends over at Never a Straight Answer, or NASA. And of course, once again, they've done this before. It's got a lot of people wondering, asking me, what do I think? And well, what we know so far is that the news conference that'll be held Wednesday is going to have to do with exoplanets that orbit a star other than our own sun. It's going to be happening at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And apparently there's going to be a Reddit Q&A about this. Although don't hold your breath. NASA has never been one to hold live or take live questions from the normal folks like you and me because they don't want to be asked about what they're really doing and what they really know. So detailings of these findings are embargoed by the journal Nature until 1 p.m. Limited seating is available in the NASA TV studio for media who would like to attend in person at the agency's headquarters. A Reddit AMA Ask Me Anything about exoplanets will be held following the briefing at 3 p.m. with scientists available to answer questions in English and Spanish. So that's really all we know. And the big question is, these other exoplanets that orbit around stars that are not our own, as NASA has cryptically stated in their press release, many hopes have been raised that NASA may be revealing an alien planet or planets that are capable of hosting life. So tomorrow is the big announcement. NASA's given us no further clues as to what is going to be on, and these scientists who are going to be doing this Q&A are from the Spitzer Telescope, which, for those of you who don't know, the Spitzer Space Telescope observes transiting exoplanets in infrared wavelengths, and it gives us more information about the atmospheres of these exoplanets that we've discovered thus far. And so, I would say don't get your hopes up. NASA has done this before. They did it in 2014. Virtually every single year they put out this press release about this huge announcement that they're going to make, and they get everyone's hopes up. And then it comes out to be usually some pretty mundane stuff. It's nothing that's groundbreaking. Usually it's that they've found some more exoplanets out there. We really don't get any details. And that's it. We go on about our days. Do you really honestly think that they're going to be giving us any of the juicy details? You and I know that that has never happened. And that's up to us to figure out. And unfortunately, many of the scientists who operate these telescopes are in the pockets of NASA or work with NASA. And should they ever find something that is truly groundbreaking, they're going to run it by NASA first. And NASA is going to hold sway over what happens to that information. So, obviously, tomorrow I'll post a video about the findings, about the announcement, and I'll give you my take on it. In other news today, a couple of interesting things happening. There have been reports that have been going up that there may have been some sort of nuclear event that occurred very recently over the Arctic. A new report from a website called thedrive.com, which has been featured by a host of other websites, is asking the question as to whether there's some sort of radioactive presence in our air that comes from a recent nuclear test, something like that, or just some sort of nuclear explosion that has got the military worried. And the reason he's asking this is because he's basically done some research and found that there was a recent deployment of this jumbo jet that's part of the Air Force. It's called the Air Force WC-135 Constant Phoenix, and it's an atmosphere-sniffing jet. And that's what's caused this mystery. So what this jet basically does is it flies around in order to detect radioactive isotopes in the atmosphere after a nuclear event. And for some reason, this plane was deployed And so it's got people wondering as to whether there was some sort of nuclear incident or incidents that have occurred in the Arctic over the past month. According to the article put out by Tyler Rogoway, and by the way, I love your name, multiple sources, including those from official monitoring organizations, have reportedly detected something called iodine-131, which is a very radioactive isotope often associated with nuclear fission, and the fact that it's been detected via air sampling stations throughout the Arctic region as well as over Europe. The first detection of the isotope came during the second week of January via an air sampling station located on Norway's border with Russia's Kola Peninsula. Within days, air sampling stations as far south as Spain also detected the presence of small amounts of the isotope. The fact that iodine-131 has a half-life of just 8 days would point to the release of this isotope occurring just days earlier, and not being a remnant of a past nuclear event. The article goes on to state that after weeks without answers, the story seemed to pass as a peculiarity. That is until Friday, when the United States dispatched its WC-135 Constant Phoenix atmospheric testing aircraft to Europe without any explanation. The highly unique aircraft are specifically designed to respond to nuclear incidents, especially those that include the detonation of nuclear warheads. By sampling the air over wide areas and at altitude, the aircraft can provide critical data to better understand the signature of radiation being released. During nuclear tests, this can help scientists define what type of weapon was detonated and, in conjunction with other data, how large the blast was. For instance, the airplane went to work following the 2011 earthquake that resulted in the meltdown of Japan's Fukushima nuclear power plant. So this leaves us with the question as to why has this plane suddenly been deployed? And is this in response to a recent nuclear incident that we don't know about? We've recently been posting videos about the massive amount of radiation that is being leaked into the Pacific Ocean, specifically from the Fukushima nuclear power plant. I think it was leaking something along the lines of between 300 and 500 tons of radioactive water into the ocean every single day. And so we're seeing these huge spikes in radiation that is being found on our shores, in our food, in our water. And we posted a video a couple days ago. We were talking about the massive heat anomaly that they detected in the Pacific Ocean. They called it the blob. And basically, there's a certain point in the ocean that is heating up, and they don't understand why. And it's leading to massive animal die-offs around the world. And many people believe that that also has something to do with Fukushima. And so could this have something to do with that? I wouldn't doubt it. Others believe that possibly Russia tested a nuclear weapon, possibly. But, this Fukushima thing, it really does make me nervous. Because with the amount of radiation that is being leaked into the ocean every single day, and the fact that Japan has been caught lying about this, trying to say that they've got it taken care of when they really don't, stating that it's going to take them up to 4 decades to get this radiation problem under control. I mean, I have very little faith in the Japanese officials over there. And, add to that the BP oil spill, and I really do think we're in for some rough times ahead if we can't get these things under control. Radiation kills you if there's enough of it. And with everything going on lately, it would seem that this is really going global here. So I'll go ahead and link you to the full article on thedrive.com. You guys can go over and check it out. And of course, let me know what you guys think. So be sure to stick around. We're going to be talking about NASA's big announcement tomorrow on the channel. Again, it's at 1 p.m. Eastern. And fingers crossed. And stay tuned, because I've got another video in the works. Some very strange things happening on the planet Mars that I want to bring to your guys' attention, along with some other stuff. So thank you all for stopping by today. Hit that like button and share this video on your way out. I really appreciate it. All right, so we'll see you back here in a bit, and stay safe.